Hello and good evening. Hopefully everything is working fine. I'm an hour later than I intended to, so I apologise for that. Don't know who we're going to get in the room this evening. Haven't got a clue. I'm just hoping to get a handful of people because what I want to do is 4 laps of the Nürburgring at least twice. Firstly, I'm going to be doing 2D and I want to set some times and see what sort of lap times I can do. And then I'm going to drop into VR and see what sort of lap times I can do in VR as well. I have got a pencil and paper behind me here so that I can record some of the times. Let me just bring that round to the front in not quite as noisy as I would have. Or actually, I was a bit noisier than I would have hoped, but I'll bring that round there just so that I remember. Although I can save the replays anyway. But yeah, I just want to do that this evening. A little bit of just a bit of trial and error more than anything else. Just hoping we get a few people on track just to race with. And you know, we'll just see how we go. So what I'm going to do with this one, yeah, the races should be about 40 minutes, so they're not the shortest of races. But I'm going to go for the race starting at 10 past. So you know, just about 10 minutes and we'll get into this one just to see if we get anybody else that does jump into the room. And I'm just going to say welcome to Ray here and see if we can keep them. So pen and paper, what a concept. Absolutely. I'm old school, my friend. How you doing, RL? I hope that you are well. I can see Ollie's in as well. Welcome to you too. And RL says, yay, some VR action. Yes, there will be. In about 40 minutes after this race, well, in probably about an hour time, we'll be jumping into VR to do exactly the same, 4 laps and 4 laps, and we'll see how we go. Grandson says I can join in a bit, but not now. No worries, my friend. We're doing 4 laps. I'm thinking each lap is going to be around about 9 minutes for me, so that should be sort of, you know, 35-ish minutes. Starting at 10 past is going to bring us up to around about sort of 20 to 11, something like that. And then I'll be grabbing my VR gear, dropping into VR, and then going for that as well, and just see how we do. Really haven't got a clue how it's going to go. Really won't know. So we've got Andre as well. I'm just going to say a welcome to Andre, and then I'm just going to dive out on track and just see what we can do. So I just want to do a quick change on the brake balance. So what I'm doing is I'm actually gearing up for the Hulky Racing Nord race that's going to be coming up in a few weeks' time. So we've got quite a lot of practice I'm going to need to do to get into this one. And we'll see how we go. Looks like Ray's been running in wet weather recently. He's on intermediate tyres. So a lot of this is just learning the track better. In particular on the Nords, that little middle section up by the YouTube corner. Struggle with that a little bit. We'll just see how we go. So whilst it would be great to have people out on track, a lot of this is really going to be about my lap times, what I can do. Now don't expect any consistency. I could well be tens, if not minutes, between the lap times that I'm likely to do. Or number 1's in, the Croutier's in. Thank you ever so much, guys. 2 of the guys that race with us from time to time. I haven't really got the hang of that corner, if I'm honest. So I'm going to do this one in 2D. And then after this, we'll be heading off into VR to see how this is in VR, whether I'm better, worse, how much worse. I'm expecting to be worse. never run this track in VR before. Every single time that I've run this track, it's been in 2D, as I'm running now. I'm not overly fast around here, just going to do the best I can. Ollie's saying screen. I think we are on the right screen, so I'm going to assume that's a slightly delayed message that I picked up there. Okay, we're going to need to make sure we don't try and go through there flat. I'm going to start this one at 10 past. We'll just see how we go. We've got 5 people in the room already at the moment, which is a bit of a surprise. I was expecting for a 4-lap race around here to be quite quiet, if I'm honest. I was expecting to do a number of 2-lap races, but I want to try and do 4, just so that during the course of the race I can see, whether I'm getting quicker, faster, in both of the 2 environments. Saw a video of Jimmy Broadbent going around the Nordschleife in a tuned up BMW M2, a brand new BMW M2 that Mishka had tuned up. I think the engine and the horsepower, etc., have been left alone, but the suspension has been done, and racing seats, and a monstrous spoiler on the front and the rear. Quite an amazing lap to watch him. Really, really inspirational. I almost want to come out here in the M2 competition in this game and do it, but we're doing it in the GR3s because that is the car that we'll be using in a couple of weeks' time. Say a couple of weeks, it's a few weeks' time. Bear in mind, I've got the brake balance to the rear. Whilst it's not important for this race to have the brake balance to the rear, the reason why I'm running brake balance to the rear is in the race in a couple of weeks' time. That is the configuration I will be running for certain reasons. I'm just running that now, just dragging the back end of the car through the corners. Doing this on a Sunday. I don't normally stream on a Sunday or a Saturday, but I'm doing this Sunday night because I don't want to interfere with the schedule during the week where I'm doing my normal lobbies. And we've got the builder back in this week, putting the utility room units in and running the plumbing around for the sink and stuff like that. So I'm not going to be able to do much in the daytime again. Have been starting at 8 o'clock in the morning, work at 8 o'clock in the morning, which buys me an hour, and then I've been taking 1 till 3 as a lunch break, do some daily races and stuff. I do still intend to get back into that schedule, but with the building works that's been going on, a little bit difficult for me to stream, obviously with noise downstairs, and also obviously with Coda. I like to make sure that he's properly supervised, and the builders that come in and go in, make sure he's safe and he's not getting stressed or barking or causing any issues. He's been good, really, really good. Haven't been any issues, but again, that's another one of the reasons why I've not been doing the daily races, even though a lot of people have been saying to me, "Oh, have you stopped doing the daily races again? Are you going to get back into them?" Yeah, I am. It's not that I've got my A and I'm happy to sit back and just sit back on an A rank rating. I'm quite happy to drop back to a B and then work on getting back up to an A again, and on the road to A+, which I think is probably going to be beyond. Who knows? Let's see, so 4 minutes we'll be running. just 4 minutes and we'll get this one underway. Obviously no PSR rules or anything like that tonight. We're on a public lobby. We have all sorts of calibre of people. People often say to me, why do you let D&E rank racers in? You know, they're inexperienced, blah, 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 blah. The thing is, a lot of people that reach out to me, they are lower ranked racers. I was like, oh, you know, we really want you up to a C ranked racer at least. Oh yeah, but I don't like doing the daily races, I just want to do lobby races. It dawned on me that not everybody likes to do the daily races. So it's another reason why I'm quite happy to get some of the, I won't call them slower, but the lower ranked racers in. Never judge a book by its cover. Five of us still in at the moment. Ray Gunn still sitting on those intermediate tyres. Anto, number one, Weapon and me. I think we had somebody else in a moment ago, but they've dropped out for the moment. I think, if I remember rightly, there was... Oh, the Croutier's just jumped back here. That's cool. Yeah, we'll see how we go. So, 2 minutes. 2 minutes and we'll be going. Bring this home. Need to remember, don't turn right. .847, the first one. It's an 847, which was like a warm-up in 2D. 2D practice. Is it? Put that in there. Oh, Paul, thank you for just subscribing to the channel, my friend. I appreciate you. I had a few people subscribing today, I've noticed. I only know about Dan Hammond and Paul. Those are the only two in the last 24 hours. But thank you so much for subscribing. And I'm just going to let everybody know that we're on a 2-minute warning. It's now 1 minute warning. Like I said, we'll be doing 4 laps in this one in 2D. Then I will jump out, well, 9 of us now. We'll jump out of this one and then we'll get into VR. So we've got the Croutier, me obviously, Santo, number one, which just mixed. So Grenster, the Croutier, me, Santo, number one, Weapon, Galacticor, Ray Gun, Stiggy and Laggy. Stiggy races with us from time to time. Galacticor is part of the PSR community, as is number one, as is Le Croutier and Grenster. The others are non-PSR people. So yes, it will be an interesting one. Just got to wait whilst this additional person jumps in, otherwise it will not let me go. Grenster's going to drive this basically for the first time. So we've just got a couple of people we're waiting on. As soon as they're in, we will be going. I am actually very surprised. 13 runners. I was not expecting that many people, if I'm honest. So we're just waiting for Thunder and Azad to jump in. I'm just going to give them a moment just to grab a car. So we've got Grenster, Genie, Le Croutier, me, Santo, Laggy, number one Pops, Weapon, Galacticor, Azad, Raygun, Stiggy, and Thunder. Just waiting for Thunder to tick in and then we will go. Good mix of cars. We got the Genesis, we got the Renault RS01, the Porsche 911, M6 Endurance, Mercedes AMG, another M6 Endurance, the Beetle is coming out, another Renault, Mercedes AMG, the RX Vision's coming out. So quite a list of cars, and we've just got a couple on here. Just going to say to Thunder, please tick in. Invariably, once I've done that, they normally do. Grence's only got 439 kilometers in it, 250 miles, but most of it's single player. So we just need Thunder to tick in. If he doesn't tick in, I am going to go, because I do want to get this one underway. Tyre wear and fuel should be 0, I think. I think a lot of people know that I normally have tyre and wear on, but I'm not doing that for this one. Okay, we've got everybody ticked in. We've got 15 people. Oh, we've got another one. Somebody for SRT just jumping in. The technician, Frenchman or French lady, one or the other. And Madame or Monsieur just jumping in. Okay, I think we're ready to rumble. Is everybody in? Let's get this one underway while we can. Let's start the race. Let's get going. Let's get going. Right, so I'm going to be a little bit quiet while I'm running. I have got the chat on, but I won't be looking at the chat overly in this one because obviously I want to try and get consistent laps, or as consistent as I can. Am I going to crash? Of course I'm going to crash, but we'll see how we go. So RL9010 says pay attention to the elevation changes. I'm looking forward to that in VR, RL. That's one of the reasons why I want to try this back to back 2D and VR, because I reckon the VR is going to be very, very interesting. I'm imagining it's going to really catch me out with the elevation changes. Oh, got a bit of a bump on the way in there, I think. We'll just get around. Oh, I was trying to turn there. Impossible. Somebody's on inters or wets, that's going to be a bit iffy. Oh, that was a big moment there. We have got a long way to go. Oh, Stiggy just got punted off there by somebody. I think Ray's just hanging back. Thank you for being respectful and waiting. Haven't done is set that wheel balance, brake balance to the rear. Let's get it round to the rear. Wondering why it felt a bit strange. Still catching me out that corner. I wonder how many people will finish this race with and he will give up on the way around. I'm also going to try and treat this like the GT Championship. In other words, it's a points paying race, so be careful when we are overtaking people. Which way you go, my friend? Keep an eye on that radar. Make sure any overtakes are as clean as they can possibly be. when we do this in the GT Championships, we've got all sorts of weather to deal with. And tyre and fuel, I think. No such problems with that today. I just want to get, didn't want any shenanigans with weather and things. I just want to see what the track is like in both 2D and VR, and just, you know, whether one is extremely slow for me and whether one is a lot quicker. Because there could be some good points to be had in that race. Thingy just coming up the outside of me there, just give him some room. A long way to go. Not the quickest around here, but you can just get a little bit quicker, learn the track a little bit more, and people are having accidents in the GT Championship, then there's always the chance that we might be able to pick up a point or two. Ugh. Yellow flag up. Overtake. Do an overtake. Shut me back to green. Laggy with a really nice run off that off the back of that yellow. Just don't want to run into the guys in front. Oh! Somebody just been in it. See if there's any way we can close up on Stiggy. We've got Stiggy in and Thunder. We've got Laggy behind me. Do that one. Break into this one. Go around. Carousel, I think. We need to study this lap more. Start to head into my dodgy bit. Oh, there we go. Once I dropped it. Be too harsh on the accelerator and the brake. Oh no! Into the gravel there again. As I said, this is the part of the track that I really need to work on. More yellows. Greens. Oh, there's the car. Stiggy's gone round, I think. Looks like Laggy and Stiggy might have had a coming together. Again, thank you for waiting. Very respectful for a private, or for a public lobby. Seeing people waiting. Always nice to see. Just shows the courteous drivers still in the game. Can't go through there that quick. 13 of us running still at the moment, which is not too bad. We're just going to come down the long straight to start lap number 2. Done 4 lap races. 2D in this one at the moment. White Wolf, good evening. Yeah, 4 laps these races, and I'm doing this first race in 2D. Then I'm going to get my VR headset set up, and I'm going to try to run this for the very first time in 2D. Looks like I just lost laggy. We're going to run this in VR for the very first time. Really know how that is going to happen, and if I've got time I may well do a second in VR. The first time obviously just to get used to what the race is like, what the track is like, the elevation changes, the difference with the braking points, etc. And we'll go again. Second time in VR is the idea, and we'll have some idea of whether I'm super slow in VR or whether VR and the ability to look through the corners is going to be a benefit or not. We shall have to see. I'm suspecting I'm going to be slow in VR, but who knows, who knows. White Wolf is back with racing. Good to hear, my friend. So, Thunder, 5 seconds down the road at the moment. Normally in racing I would say, oh, that's a long old way. Got a penalty for that, I'm not sure. But around the Nordschleife, anything can happen. Not particularly the fastest racer around here, but we will have weather in the main race, and that could really throw the cat amongst the pigeons. But now, just trying to run this in these just early morning sunny conditions. No tyre or fuel wear, nothing to worry about, just going on these medium tyres. Why have I chosen mediums? Because medium are the mandatory tyres in the GT Championship. So these tyres are going to have to be run whether we like it or not, so I thought I'd do this test on these tyres only. No need to pit in this test either. A little bit better through there. One of the things I don't do in the Nordschleife is look down the road. I do tend to, one of those like novices that are looking on the bonnet of the car 5-10 feet in front of you, rather than looking through the corners down the road. I tend to worry about the corner that I'm on or directly approaching, rather than the next corner down the road and the next corner after that coming up. Some of that I think is because I don't know the Nordschleife well enough. Very well few laps around here, don't get me wrong, but never really studied it hard. Just enjoyed it. Oh, I left my braking. A little bit too late there. A little white sort of bannery sign there. I thought, oh, maybe I could brake on that one. So it's annoying because that is going to have lost me a lot of time on this particular lap now. So I'm going to need to remember that lap 2 I had a big bump on. 8:55 was the first one. 8:47 was my practice lap. So sort of similar-ish time. At least going to give me some idea of what I should be looking at for me. About 8 3/4 a minute, clearly. We can close that deficit up at all now. Stiggy tucked in behind. Oh no no no! Just about managed to get that slowed down. Stiggy's going to go through. Oh, I was going to say I've got somebody to follow now, but it's second penalty, Stiggy. Much prefer to be the chaser than the chased. Whoa, there it is. Just a little bit early for that one. See if we can get in the slipstream with Stiggy and see if help me just to get my lap time down a little bit. As we get into the dodgy bit. On the brake through there, this one. It's the left, right. If we get into the tight right. Over the top. Oh, Stiggy's just binned it. Oh, I caught the back of Stiggy. Just as he was coming across the track. I really ought to keep going, but my morals say don't let him through. Fortunately, it wasn't. I'm still learning when somebody's binning it like that. Do you go behind them? Do you go in front of them? You know, where is the best place to go as they're coming back across the track? Always difficult to know. Push on. In here. Do a little jump, hit the brakes. Turned in. To the left. We've got our left over the top and down the left. And go right. Up the inside of these corners. Stewart's hard on the brakes. Turned in. Too fast through here and wind up in the gravel. Carousel. A little one. Oh, I've done it again. I've gone too deep into that corner. Every time I've done that. That's the first part before we go down the main straight. We need to be more careful on the way in there. Keep on pushing. I'm behind. It's going to be halfway through this race. Go under the Philipstein gantry. Get our way through here, looking for the overhanging tree. Hard on the brakes. A bit too late. I need to be just before the overhanging tree. 16 seconds to thunder down the road. Only got 11 of us running. We've lost a few. Probably need to hug the left-hand side a little bit more through there. Get that rotated through there. The start is Very difficult. I really struggle with the starts on this track. Everybody really bunches up massively into that first corner. It's a little bit too deep there again. I probably don't need to accelerate too much there. Just let it rotate through the corner and just coast for a moment. Not hitting these apexes at all, a bit too deep. Just slightly up to an 855 and an 853. We should be doing 840s. Like I said, it's going to be very, very interesting when we go into VR and what a difference it's going to be. Much more information is going to be fed through the system. How much easier or harder it's going to be to pick out the apexes. Do most of my racing in 2D on the stream, obviously. Just use VR when I'm racing for myself in practice mode. 1.218 faster. Needs to be quicker than that. We can get near the 840s. Grandster's on an 819. Fastest lap. So even if I was to do an 840, that's still going to be 20 seconds off the pace. Really, I need to be looking at 830s. Really. Even that would be 10 seconds off the pace. Got plenty of time to get quicker. So just for tonight, I'm just going to do what I do and just see what sort of lap times we're going to do in the 2D and what sort of lap times we can do in the VR. As I said, depending on time and how tired I'm feeling, I might do 2 runs in VR, depending on how things go and time-wise. I've started this a lot later than I wanted to. I want to just get through here. Think about Jack Coby's words about the fuel and the brakes. Was that 14 seconds up? Funny feeling that this will not be the last time I do this little experiment over the next couple of weeks, 2 or 3 weeks. Just pushing that one a little bit too hard into that corner. Come on, keep it together, keep it together. 15 seconds up, yellow flag flying. Not that we're going to overtake anybody for the moment. Looks like it could be a spinner. I don't know if that's Thunder or somebody else. It is Thunder. Just come by. Over to the left hand side. 44 seconds back from number 1 now. That is a lot of time to make up. And you can see on the track map that there's a lovely little gaggle of cars up front. 5 of them up front. All around about 15 to 20 seconds apart, I think. Somebody spinning around at the back having trouble. I'm sure that is. But yeah, 46 seconds away from number 1. Who's ahead of me in 5th. Need to get over to the right hand side more there. One of the key things with this track is using all of the track. I'm not very good at doing that. I need to stay more in the middle of the track so that I don't get into the grass and lose the back end and have accidents, so I tend to be a little bit more conservative. Hopefully as I learn the track more, I will use more of the track, use these curves better. Oh, great there, come on, get it rotated, come on. Come into this little section. I really need to walk this section more, get committed to memory. And up to YouTube curve. Now which curve it is actually, one of these up here. All I know is this section, it always bites me. This one is one of the worst. That could even be YouTube corner, that one with all of the graffiti on the floor. Looking at the blue indicators at the moment to see how we're doing. Trying to keep it together. Oh, nearly off there. Not racing with anybody, nobody to actually help me through this lap at the moment. 23 seconds up. Wow. Be interesting to see what the last one is going to be. What happens with the VR laps. And I'm going to be doing a number of 2D laps over the next couple of weeks, so we'll just see how it all goes down. Like I said, this may well not be the last time that we do this experiment. Pretty sure I can go through there much quicker. And obviously the more speed you can carry down the straight, you can make huge gains down here. So 24 seconds up at the moment. Obviously you can only see the last three sectors. So 1.1 up, 0.1 down and 7.2 up. Grenster's lost a solid 10 seconds on this lap because of a spin. Spin can really cost you. As I said, what I want to do is to really get to grips with this track over the next couple of weeks, so we don't do that. Don't overshoot the corners, don't spin. And if other people are, then we might be able to pick up a few places. Let's see what this one is. 29. Oh, that's only 10 seconds slower than Grenster. 8:29. I'm not sure I've ever been round there quick. Probably have. Somebody knows my channel will be reaching out and saying, "Oh, you're lying again, Mitch. You've done it quicker than that." But that's interesting because I was looking for 8:40s. We're now in 8:29. What I'd love to do would be to do another one that is around about the 8:29, if at all possible. There were some mistakes, so we are not near anybody at the moment. I'm going to put the session info up, see if we can keep some of these blue without overdoing it, obviously. Come on, get round. You need to work on slow in, slow out. This is one of those tracks that really rewards slow in, slow out, slow in, fast out, slow in, slow out. Don't want to do that. That is me, Mr. Captain Slow. Yeah, slow in and fast out. Some of these corners, it's like this one. You can carry the speed all the way down here. It's one old run with the chicane. So we're 2.2 down on the second sector. Almost got that back in sector 3. Not quite. Every lap is a learning curve, another blue. any luck, the more we do this, the quicker we'll get. Oh, nearly over there. This is the final lap, and then we're going to be going into VR, which is going to be very, 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 very interesting. Never done the Nordschleife in VR. These undulations are going to be incredible to see, particularly when you're coming over the top like this and then sweeping down and then up. We're nearly a second up. If we can continue to hold this, that will be good. We're slightly better through there. Said if I could do another 29, I'll be really happy. Oh, I can't really read the chat at the moment. Oh, we've lost number one. I thought he was going well, but looks like we've lost him as well at the moment. People are starting to drop by the wayside. We're down to 8 runners now. We're in 5th position. It's a shame we've lost number one. I do love seeing with number one. He's really, really good. A good, solid, respectable racer. And across from TCSRL, the racing community, the league that we've partnered up with or associated ourselves with. We've got some great races there. We've dropped half a second during sector 6 and 7. At the moment I'm just pushing each one. I'm not analysing each corner and thinking about each corner. I'm just thinking about the next corner and how quickly we can get there. We're going to catch up with the chat just between the races. Let's break in a little bit earlier for that one. That was a lot better. Oh, that was better. Still not great on the exit, but better. Got another tight corner coming up down here. Right. Lose a little bit through there. Man, you need to play with VR. Rate the rest at the moment. On the Super Formula cars, I don't get on with the Super Formula cars that much. I much prefer the GT cars. I have got Formula 1. Just don't play it very often. I know, Rob Wolf, you do a lot with Formula cars. Be brave. On the brakes, stand on the brakes, keep the brake deployed, rotate it around. Carousel. Come on, get it round, get it round, get it round, get it round. Come on. Brenster passed this lap at 8:19.068. Done an 8:29.930, so a little over 10 seconds slower. I'm not as quick as those guys. I don't know the Nordschleife that well, but we've had a number of blue sectors, which I'd like to try and keep if we get to this difficult section, or what I find to be a difficult section. Really got to study this a lot more. UG corner coming up in a moment. Right, turned in, up and over the top. The hill. Get through. Over the jump. Hard on the brakes as you jump. Rotate it around. Oh, come on. Stay there. He dropped it there. 2.5 seconds up. This is good. This is good. This is good. Oh, if we could do another 8:29, I'll be well happy. It will give me something to chase for in VR. Still a big if. It's quicker, I think. I'm still lifting through there. Need to study some replays. People going through there, but Grenster's won it. Lecroutier in second. Santo third. Weapon fourth. I'm fifth on the road at the moment. This guy is nearly a minute ahead of me. In fact, Grenster did finish 1.2, 1 minute 20 seconds ahead. Weapon, next one up the road from me, 50 seconds ahead. Robson, I'm doing well, thank you. Had a great weekend. Family over today, so I've had a lovely day today. Took the dogs out for a walk, had a lovely dinner. Joe did a really nice dinner, and then we played some games this evening. And guys have gone back. Hoping they're going to let Joe know when they're home, but we're going to come across big 29. What are we going to do here? 25. Right, so I've made a note of that one, but what I will do is I'm going to save the replay and I'll go back and have a look at the lap times that I've been doing. Grenster, my optimal was an 8:15, but getting Nordschleife consistency is a challenge by itself. They're on your box around the side of the house, so should be alright. Should be protected. It's 8:14. White Wolf is saying Grenster's really good. He is good. Look, 10 seconds ahead of the best of the rest down there. But this is good. This is good. A lot of DNFs as expected. Robson said 3 of his daughters came by today for a quick barbecue. That's nice. Yeah, we've had a nice weekend. It's been a really nice weekend. Right, okay, we are going to be heading into VR in a moment. So I will probably just do a be back in a moment notification on the stream just while I pick up the VR. I've got to get round the back of the setup here. Grenster's going to pick another car I haven't driven much next. Yeah, so that's encouraging. So 8:20, sort of 8:25, 8:30 is ideally what I'm going to be looking for. Those times. As I said, I'm just going to save the replay just so that I can look up those times later. I can see Hulky's jumped in now. So what I will do is obviously we're going to do the same. Exactly the same. So I'm just going to say that this next race is going to be starting at oh, it makes sense to start that at 11 o'clock, wouldn't it? On the nose. So 10 minutes, then we'll get going. The Crucius is practice, and consistency is the key here. Grenston says your goal is an 8:20s, but any time you can get below is ideal. Oh, 8:20s. 8:25, that's 5 seconds more to find. Possibly doable. Possibly doable. That would put me 10 seconds off you. I would actually be really pleased with that. That would be a time that I would be very, very pleased with, if I'm honest. Oh, Lewis Hamilton is on the track in the Lamborghini. Hulky's in, good evening. It's 8:20s, but of course I'm going into VR now. And I'll tell you what, I'll leave you just watching Lewis going around. Going in VR, anything could happen now. Absolutely anything could happen. This could be a complete and utter disaster and a crazy silly idea. Excuse me for coming across in front of the camera like that. As you can see, I'm having to find my way around here. I've got all sorts of stuff on the floor, headphones and all sorts of bits and pieces. Oh, just my laptop. This is where it's all going to start to get a little bit tricky. All going to start getting a little bit tricky now. Glasses up the top. Take my lens protectors off. Just give my lenses a quick. Bear with me a second, guys. I get myself sorted out. And obviously what I'm not going to be doing is talking to you in the chat very much now, because obviously I am going to be in VR. Set up. That was not in the right place. Wow, that is probably the nicest I've ever had the VR sitting on my head. Suddenly got that in exactly the right place. I've dropped my glove. Where's my glove gone? No, that's my handkerchief. Where's my glove? I've lost a glove. Oh, I've got them wearing them both. Duh, brain. It's a bit ridiculous, wasn't it? Okay, right. Controller. Let's just come back up here. Set up. I hope we struggle to get this right. It's probably about there. Stay seated, set play area. We are in. Right, so I'm not going to be looking at the YouTube chat anymore. What I am going to do though is I'm going to exit and we are going to go out onto the track, see what we can do. So traction control 1, brake balances to the rear. That does not feel like that is straight at all. Just do a recalibration on here. Better. To look through the corners is insane. The only thing is, my problem now is being able to look at the clock for when we're going to start. Just do a little bit and then I'll look at the clock. Who we've got racing with us. See what I haven't done. Because I've got the sound set up incorrectly. Yeah, it should be. It seems to be coming through the TV still. It's a bit strange. That's a bit better. Four minutes. that's close to the wall. As Lad said, I really need to lean forward a little bit, push myself a little bit further back in the car. But the steering wheel does feel in exactly the same position I've got my Logitech wheel, which is a bit strange. So I'm not going to get to do a full practice lap. To me, this is amazing in VR. This is a bit I'm looking forward to. Look at these undulations. It's a real dip. Up over the top. Whoa, you can't see through the corner there. Whole different experience. Quite amazing. This goes downhill. Look at you. It's unbelievable. We're doing for time. It is bang on time. On time. So we have got Bruno Mello, Grenster, Recruitier, Lucia Mewtwo, I can't have said that wrong. Me, Robson, Hulky, Galactical, Sabinos, Thunder, Fury, Lewis Hamilton, Stiggy, Barry, Azad. But I am going to get going, so those guys are not ready. We're going to be running with 13 runners. So Barry R is just ticked in. I'm just going to give Azad a moment and then we will get going. See how we go. Is Azad ticking in? I don't have all of the usual keys available to me on the wheel, so I think we could well be bumping him out here. I thought the NSX GT500 was a GR2 car. Maybe not. GR3, yeah, GR3, racing mediums. Right, Azad is not going in, so I'm going to get going. Afraid he's not in this one. So 15 runners, well, 14 runners I think, and one spectator in this one. see what happens here. Let's see how we go. Good luck, everybody. Completely new to me, this. Nerves are building. Wow, Robson's got a flyer. Got one to the left and one to the right of me. Oh crikey, loads of bumping going on. We got cars left, right and centre. I'm going to keep going. Ooh. Braking zone's just catching me out ever so slightly. Ooh, really? Fast charging Lamborghini behind me. Tracking is completely different in VR. So, it's not a Lambo, I think it's another BMW. It is a BMW. it's making my eyes go funny. Hit the barrier. Thunder through. Damage on the front at the moment. Alright, keep going through the carousel. Much more information. Look, it's completely different. VR. I don't even recognise it. Can't tell where I am. Got the yellow flags flying. Another car behind me. I think the faster cars that got caught up in that first turn incident are now catching up, coming through. Oh, that drops away. Oh my gosh, no, no, no. Big old Mercedes breathing down my neck. I think I'm in a Mercedes sandwich. But there might have been a penalty behind. Back for a slip off of Hulky. Oh my gosh, that's something else through there. My first lap of the Nordschleife in VR. I'm doing 8:41. Oh, thunder going off. I desperately want to try and stay with Hulky if I can. He's going well at the moment. Mercedes still tucked up behind, not too far away. Where am I in? Second. This big Mercedes behind is going to come through in a moment. Struggle then with Holkey. Where is he? Not sure if he knows if I'm in VR or not. Just checking the mirrors, checking the radar, checking everything. Just letting Holkey get away while I'm fighting. Give him a second. Go. It's that Mercedes. Still there. I don't know who it is. I don't know how good they are. Could be a good thing. Looks different as well in VR. Mercedes is still there. Where's that Mercedes? Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Oh no! What I did before, I caught the barrier there. No, not the barrier, the curb. I did that before. So that's one to watch for. This little section that we don't like now, we're entering, I think. Ooh, jumping out the carousel's hard. Yellow flags up. Gearing's off. Whoa. Yellow's up again. This is this tricky section though. My eyes are struggling to keep up at the moment. There's much information coming in. Looking down the track, Mitchell. Where the car wants, where you want the car to go. Just keep looking, keep looking. Oh, big old crash there. Two cars came together big time. Oh, Fury's going off. He's held it, well done. I couldn't quite bump him. Couldn't quite catch the bump. I don't know how we're doing. 8:41 for the last one. I don't know whether we're blues, reds, what we are. Yeah. Okay, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. 8:31 on the line. If we go any faster, we're getting used to the VR a bit more. Battling behind. Went too slower through there. Two, 5, 4. We need to step it up a bit, by quite a bit actually, don't we? We've just gone blue fractionally. Mercedes breathing down my neck again. Got more time I've got to make up to get on terms with the 2D. Goes the Mercedes. The Cloutier recovering from that earlier scuffle. Use the carousel because the Mercedes are underneath me. Blue again, but I can't see the figure. Chairs all over the back of me at the moment. Felt a lot better. The Cloutier still with me though, 6.2 up. So best 8:31. Grenster says I need to be chasing an 8:20. An 8:25 I think was my best. 2D, still got to find a lot more. 8:25. Wow. Were mistakes in that last one. Slap this one. Into there. Oh no! Just through to I've just done exactly the same thing. Fiddle sticks. Let me check I can feel it. What's she said? Annoying, I was watching the car in front, not the track. Big stuff. Come on, Auntie. No. She's there. Just lots of time. A lot of the time that we made up, we lost. Was quite a bit slower, I think. This is going to be an 8:30. Four seconds off. Interesting. Very, very interesting. One of the things I'm going to do, just while that is finishing up, I really want to take off my VR headset. Try and do this with it on, which is going to be rather interesting. Got a long lead. Let's see if this will reach. Code will come in. Hello, mate. Good boy. Good lad. There you are. It's a good boy. Oh, not often you get to see Coda. Just laying down there by the fan, one of his favourite places. I don't want to take the headset off because it's just positioned nicely, but it does mean I can't look at the chat, which is a real shame. We'll catch up with the chat later on. But Bruno Mello was your winner, and Grenster in second, 7 seconds back on that one. Lecha Timiu in third, Hulky in fourth, the Crucier fifth, I got sixth, Sticky seventh, Lewis Hamilton in eighth, Robson ninth, Galacticor in 10th, and Thunder and Barrier were DNFs in that one. What else have we got? If I can find the controls, a couple more DNFs as well in there, just at the end. But what I must do is remember to, hopefully I did this before, just save the replay. And the result, as I said, Bruno Mello in first, Grenster second, Luchimitu in third, Hulky fourth, Lucretier fifth, I got sixth, Sticky seventh, Lewis Hamilton in eighth, carrying a penalty, and we'll go next, Robson in ninth, and Galacticore in 10th. We've got Thunder, Barrier, Fury, and Sabinos were all DNFs in that one. Your top three, Bruno Mella, Grenster, and that one. So, where are we? I'm going to go for another one. Don't walk around with VR. You will live because your camera is also visible to us. Ah, okay. Okay, that's a good point. That's a good point. That's a very good point. Right. So where are we going? I want this one here. And I need to turn it on. I then need to go into there. And I'm going to go for race starting at 45. This one. We're going straight into it. So just a couple of minutes. I am going to have a bit of a break. And unfortunately, I can't read the chat at the moment because I've got the headset sitting really nicely at the moment. Mellow, nice. 2 feet. 2. I'm going to go for a welcome, everyone. Rodrigo also says hello. So yeah, I'm just going to take a little bit of a break on that one, and we'll see how we go. Actually, what I might do, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna come out of VR. So I'm just gonna rest my eyes for a moment. Find my glasses. And so I should have taken my VR headset off straight away, really, shouldn't I? That's a very good point. So where are we? Oh, quite a few. Robson says, hope you're doing well today. I am, thank you very much. Robson said, very nice. Oh yeah, I'll pick up a car I haven't driven. Your goal is an 820. Well, I was a bit short of the 820, unfortunately, in that one. Need to work a bit harder. The Croutier says, should be great to play in VR. Hope you enjoy it. I am enjoying it very, very much. I really do like VR. We've got Arcane 0180. Thank you for subscribing, my friend. Really appreciate it. Gar could have won, but that 3 committing spin lost time, says Grenster. Could have done an 812. RL9010 says, if you have an infrared light in there, you can see in the dark. I don't have an infrared light. That's an interesting tip, though. RL9010 does a lot of VR racing. If you can, pop across to his stream, drop him a like, say I said hello. Does a lot of VR. He's got an amazing setup. Cameras everywhere. Just absolutely incredible. RL9010, chuck your stream up, your channel up in the chat, if you will. White Wolf, I spent 4 times man from P13, P4 to P9. The crew cheers were great. Made too many mistakes in this one, but it was fun to be with you. Have a good night. So I think we're losing the crew chair now, but that's fine. That's not a problem. Thank you for racing with us. White Wolf says, please another track like Monza. There's a reason why I'm doing the Nords tonight. And Grenster says the GTR was lovely. And there we go. RL9010 has just chucked up his stream. If you are watching, 20 of you, and you haven't already, please hit on that link. Go over, have a look at one of his videos, drop a comment, tell him what Mitch sent you, drop him a like on a video, but above all, smack that subscribe button. It really does make a difference to us YouTubers and to our channels. Right, I'm just going to get back into the VR. I'm going to hopefully going to get this in the same place as it was a moment ago. And let's see how we go. Oh, it wants to set the play area again at the moment. Not in the right place. It's better. Oh no, I've got to start scanning. Except I'm probably going to have to get up, stand up and do this. It normally doesn't find all the room. Right, bear with me a second, guys. Okay, hopefully we're back. Looks like that's done. Done. Stay seated. Just need to get this back to where it should be. Okay, there we go, we're back. Right, so 23:45, I said we'd start. We've got Grenster, Dechimitchu, Johnny, me, Robson, Holkey, MQ, Jerem Kapos, Rimley, Lewis Hampton, Rodrigo, and I need these other guys to tick in if they can, and then I can get going. I've not quite got this head properly exactly where I want it. That's a bit better, I think. So we've got Galactical, Thunder, and Stiggy. So now please tick in. And we'll get going. Hoping Tom ticks in. It's amazing when you get this VR in the right place, it's beautiful, but when it's not quite in the right place, it's a bit different. Let's bring that in closer. So Galactical and Thunder. Galactical is going to spectate. Thunder, is Thunder coming in? Thunder wanted a 5-minute break. Don't know if he is going to come back. Hopefully he is. I'll just give him a moment or two. Hopefully. Am I not on the stream screen, am I? Is that the right screen? Oh, better. Okay. Where's Thunder? So I'm just waiting on Thunder for the moment. We'll just give him a moment or two. And then we'll go. If he's not back, we'll go anyway. So I'm going to give him till so 23. Oh, what am I doing? That isn't what I want to do. Okay. not full screen. Bear me a second. Should be. I'm going to have to go with it as it is, I think. I'll have a look at that. I don't normally stream in VR, so it could well be something I've got wrong. Oh, I've got a border. Not quite sure how I can get rid of that in VR. That's something maybe I've got to set up a new channel for it in a new scene in OBS for it, maybe. Right, Thunder's not back. If he's not back at 10:02, we're going to go. It wasn't there before. Okay, that's just when I was doing the room check thing, I guess. Strange. Very strange. I don't know, my friend. Not sure. Right, it's 10:02. I can't wait anymore. We're going. Unfortunately, we've lost Thunder for this one. So we've got 14 runners. Got Grenster, Luigi, yeah, whatever. I can't read them all. It's gone through too quick. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why it's done that, Grenster. Maybe we're getting up and redoing the room. Might have been the issue. I guess the key thing is once you're in VR, stay in VR. Maybe that is the answer. Right, let's see what we can do this time. A little bit deep into there. no. Took a look in the mirror and I should have done. It's a shame. One that gets me every time. I learned something from that guy in front. Go wider into that one. This is outstanding in VR, I tell you. Really outstanding. Yeah, I can catch up with the guy in front and use him post. Good racer. Can't give you a running commentary on where people are. I can't see anything. Literally, it's me, the car in front, and whoever comes up behind me in a moment. sorry, Robson. Sorry. 8:26. Oh no, that didn't really work for me. That's the car behind me now. Looks like they're all queuing up to get by me. .1 down. Oh no, I just got back a Stiggy there. Sorry, Stig. Right, I'm trying to concentrate here. Just try to stay with these two quick cars up in front of me. Gonna lose half a second down the straight. Well, that'll transfer into a long time. Sticking right with Robson now. No. Trying to stay with these two guys faster than me. This penalty's going to hurt. They're going to just drive away. Can't see it, but that gap's just going to be building and building and building and building and building. That just to see if there's anything that we can do. (21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 26. No, 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 no. Carry for that one.
You dropped it there. A little bit cautious through there. What is this going to be? 20? 22! I might only be 7th, but an 8:22! Yes! Yes! Oh, we'll have some of that. We will have some of that, I think. I think that's the last one I could do tonight, guys. Because I've got to be up early in the morning. Got the builder coming in. Wow. Oh dear. Faster in VR. I really ought to do a run in the
2D now, just to see the difference. Wow. Very, very, very interesting. Loving, absolutely adoring VR around there. Absolutely adoring VR around that track. Stunning. Turn that off. I'll have to look at the border on the stream. VRZ felt good, but it was way too inconsistent for my liking on Nordschleife. Good car. Tech replay from VR and 2D and telemetry racing it. 9010, that's a very, very good idea. Very good idea indeed. Very, very, very good idea. Oh. Oof. Yeah, let's just save that replay. I am pretty crackered. There's 2 races done in VR. I was only expecting to do 1 of each. So let's very quickly take the replay. And Johnny was the winner on that one. 8:14.3 fastest lap. JR Campos, their fastest was an 8:13.7. Grenster in third, his fastest an 8:16.1. And MQ in the BMW Sprint model, an 8:12.3, the fastest lap. Lucimato in fifth, I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. Stiggy sixth. I got seventh, and 8:22.3, my fastest lap. I think best lap I've had all night, actually. I think that one. I'll need to double check. Robson in 8th, Rumley in 9th, Holke in 10th, and then Rodrigo and Hamilton both DNF'd in that one. Your top 3, Johnny, JRM, Capos, and Grenster. Grenster right up there again in that BRZ, just saying how difficult that was to race. I'm going to say thanks everyone for tonight, but I am off now. Wow, love that. Holke says the sprint model is horrible to drive. I absolutely love the endurance model. Really, really enjoying it. But that is me done for tonight now, I'm afraid, guys. Will I be doing a VR versus 2D again? I could well be. I could well see myself doing this again at some point. I really would. I'm a bit tired at the moment. But this is giving me something to think about. Did I get quicker because of practice? Or was I quicker in VR? I did feel that once I got settled into the VR, I was finding the apexes better. And I felt that I was able to see through the corners better, particularly at the Nordschleife. And also I felt that I was able to just accelerate off the corner better. Now I've just got to work on the gears and bits and pieces like that. One of the things I'm going to do is I'm just going to dive in here and change the oil. Invariably it comes up normal. It is normal. Done 3 races around the Nordschleife this evening. And started about 10 o'clock, so about 2.5 hours of running. Who wants to see my tickets? Is it going to be the lowest of the low? Let's have a little look. Let's have a little look. And we'll have a little go on here. You don't often see a lot of streamers jumping between 2D and VR. You know, most people tend to sit in one or the other. And whereas at the moment, I'm sort of having to jump around. Oh, we got the lowest number. Was that lowest or lowest but one? Yeah, I'm having to jump around between the two, between VR and, or I have been jumping between VR and 2D. Only got the VR out last week. Oh, thought that was going to be a car or a nice bar of gold there. Alas, it wasn't. Are we surprised? No, we're not. Yeah, so what do you think? Let me know in the chat, please, whether you thought I was better in 2D or whether you think I was better in VR. Do you think I should spend a bit more time in VR? Did you like watching it in VR? Let me know your thoughts on 2D versus VR. Obviously with VR, I'm not able to look at the chat, and I don't have, like a lot of people have, the chat being replayed verbally through. I don't tend to do that because I'm deaf in one ear, and I find it quite off-putting, and I struggle with that a little bit. And I'm yawning. I'm tired, very tired. So with that, I'm going to bid you a very good morning, evening, night, day, afternoon, whatever you're doing, wherever you are. Stay safe, stay well, have a great one, and I will see you back here theoretically at 9 o'clock tomorrow for some randomized, randomizer based racing, lobby racing. What we'll be doing, I don't know. I'm going to publish it as normal mid-morning, I hope. And I've got some food for thought on VR. Please, please, please let me know your thoughts, and I will see you again very soon. And thank you to everybody that has liked and subscribed to this video. If you haven't already, please smack the like button, smack the subscribe button, and I will be back very, very soon. 9 o'clock tomorrow, just a few hours away. Catch you later. Take care. Bye.